Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sure over the past couple months everyone's been scrolling on TikTok and seeing a bunch of really viral recipes, saving them, and just never getting around to making them. I know that's what I've been doing, so I thought today would be a really fun video if we finally got around to actually trying the recipes. So we're gonna make an appetizer, a main, a drink, and 2 desserts because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to make. But if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future vlogs or videos. But with that being said, let's get started. As you can see, I bought a lot of groceries as well as brought some from my place, but I did end up forgetting some stuff, so that's where Malcolm is right now. He's just picking up like the leftover groceries and stuff like that that I forgot, but he will be joining us in a little bit. But I think I'm gonna get started on the garlic first because it's gonna take I think about an hour to bake or something in the oven. So I'm gonna do this even though it's not for the main, but I'm gonna take the garlic and cut it along like the middle. That was not very even, but it's gonna have to do. But yeah, Malcolm's just picking up some aluminum foil right now. So when he gets back, I'm gonna sprinkle some olive oil on each half and then stick it in the oven for I think about an hour. I do have to double check though. The garlic's in the oven right now, so we're gonna start on the appetizer. I've made cucumber salad before, but I saw this TikTok from Paul Kober, I think it is, but he makes these like really spirally kind of cucumber things. They look really cool, so I think we're gonna give that a try. You're supposed to do it in between chopsticks, like when you're cutting it. I, however, did not have chopsticks and forgot to bring some, so I made this like little contraption thing. I'm sure it's gonna work just fine. It just prevents it from like slipping around and stuff like that. And so that when you cut it, you don't cut all the way through. But in the video, it says to cut it on a 45-degree angle first and then rotate it and then just cut it straight. And then apparently it's gonna turn into a spiral, but we're gonna give that a try. Okay, I just finished chopping the first cucumber and apparently it's supposed to turn into a spiral. So let's see. Look.
Looks great.
Thanks. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna do this with the next ones and then we're supposed to salt it just to like remove the excess moisture. But yeah, give me a second. I just finished cutting and salting all 3 of the cucumbers, so I'm just gonna set it aside and hopefully draw out some extra moisture. I think it just helps it absorb like a little bit more of the flavor. I honestly don't really know, but while I set this aside, I'm gonna start on like the marinade dressing kind of thing. It's been about 10 or 15 minutes and I don't know if you can really see, but the cucumbers let out a little bit of water. But while I was waiting, I mixed up like the marinade kind of thing. I added soy sauce, mirin, garlic, chili peppers, Chinese vinegar, and I think that's about it. I'm gonna top it with some more sesame seeds and some sesame oil once it's all mixed up. But for now, I'm just gonna drain the cucumbers, give it a rinse so it's not too salty, pat them dry, and then mix in the marinade. I was a little worried when I was mixing them that I was gonna break them because they do seem really delicate, but didn't break them. They turned out really well, so we're gonna give them a taste and hopefully they taste really good. Cheers.
Those are really good.
This is really good. This is really, really good. We've made cucumber salad before, but not with all these ingredients. This combination is so good. Didn't end up measuring anything because the video didn't measure anything either, but turned out really good. Rated out of 10.
I'd give it a 9.
9? I'd give it probably like an 8. It's really good. I just feel like there's not enough flavor, but I also just don't know how you'd absorb the flavor without it getting soggy. Anyways, we're gonna finish this off and then get started on our main. I just took the garlic out of the oven and obviously it's quite hot, but it means we can finally start on the garlic bread. The account that posted the original recipe is called but.urhand, or her name's Lucy. But when she posted the video, she said the recipe was gonna be on her Instagram. It's not on her Instagram. And then it also said that it was on her website, but there's no website of hers. So I don't really know what measurements to use, but I do know which ingredients to use. So we're just gonna eyeball it and wing it. But yeah, this is what the garlic looks like right now. She pretty much just squeezes the garlic cloves into the butter and then mixes in some brown sugar, some salt, and some crushed red pepper, I believe. Mixes that all up and then spreads it on the bread and then covers it with cheese before sticking it in the oven. So we're gonna get started on that quickly. This smells so yummy. Oh, it's still going in. Okay, we just finished off with the garlic bread and put it on the pan. We're not gonna put it in just yet, just so everything finishes off at the same time. But Malcolm's gonna start by sauteing the onion and the garlic. We pre-chopped that all while we were waiting for the cucumbers and stuff like that. While he does that, I'm boiling some water and then I'm gonna get the rest of the ingredients together for the rest of the sauce. I also forgot to mention, oh, I didn't even talk about the recipe yet. I'm about a year late, but I forgot to mention we're making the Gigi Hadid like spicy vodka pasta or whatever, except I don't really drink much. He doesn't really drink much either, so we didn't have vodka around and we just didn't want to buy a big thing of vodka for like one dish, so we're just gonna not add it in. But I found the recipe on Erica Lemaster, her TikTok. But yeah, once again, I didn't see a recipe or anything, so we're just kind of winging it again. I'm sure it'll all turn out. I feel like for cooking, you can kind of just wing it. But like I was saying, Malcolm is sauteing the onions, the garlic, as well as some spices. And then I'm gonna add in the tomato paste in a little bit just to cook out. And then I believe some cream after that. The water finally started boiling, so I'm gonna quickly add in the pasta. This always scares me because it always splashes. Ah! Ah! It's not coming out. Ah! Okay, pasta's in. I think it's probably going to take about 10 minutes because they're quite thick. I'm going to quickly add the cream and then put the toast in the oven. Okay, the pasta sauce is almost done and the pasta's cooked and the toast is in the oven right now. So we're gonna move on to our drink. This one's not really like a viral TikTok recipe. It kind of is because this girl named, I think, Maddie Day, she posted like a dupe or an at-home protein version of the Chick-fil-A kind of like lemonade milkshake kind of thing. But I didn't have vanilla protein powder or lemonade, so we're gonna make our own version. I only had milk tea flavored protein powder, so this is what we're gonna use. But we're gonna do milk tea protein powder, some ice, and some milk because that's as close as it's gonna get to her recipe. And give it all a blend, and then fingers crossed that works out. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, everything is all done now. The pasta looks really good. We sprinkled some extra Parmesan on top. I might have left the bread in the oven for a little bit too long. It looks quite toasty, but I'm sure it's still gonna taste really good. We're also gonna skip out on the honey on top because it's already quite sweet, I think. The milkshakes look good. I don't know if they're gonna taste very good though, just because I'm not a big fan of protein powder. We're gonna try this first.
No, I don't love that at all. Oof, that's not great.
No. Okay.
Pasta?
Pasta time. This is so good. We always end up making really good pasta sauce as humbly as possible. This one's also really good though. Okay, bread time. It looks quite oily, I'm not gonna lie. Cheers.
Oh, better bread is.
That's true. That's really good.
The milkshake's the only one.
Yeah, that one's not good.
The only one that didn't hit.
The bread and the pasta though. So good. Okay, we're gonna finish eating and then probably digest it a little bit because this is a lot of food. And then we're gonna move on to dessert. Okay, it's been a couple days. We were gonna make dessert the other night, but after eating literally everything, we were so full. We could have stopped eating sooner, but it's just really good, so we kept eating. Anyways, like I said, it's been a couple days, but we're gonna make dessert now. We actually had a really big lunch, so we didn't even have dinner. But I really want to make this, so we're gonna make it. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, I couldn't decide between two desserts, so we're gonna make both. One is it's like a mango mochi, I think. It's just like mochi on the outside and literally half the mango inside of it. look really good. And then the second one is it's the fruit roll up and ice cream thing. I'm really excited for that one, but we're gonna make the mango mochi one first. I found the recipe off the account You Taste. They made theirs with strawberry and Oreo filling, but I want to do the mango filling version, so we're gonna do that instead. But we start off by mixing the glutinous rice flour, the cornstarch, as well as the sugar into just a mixing bowl. And then we mix in the milk, and then we cover it in saran wrap and then stick it in the microwave for a bit. Oh yeah, but we have to poke holes in it so it doesn't, like, you know, explode. Anyways, we're gonna do that first, and then we gotta add some butter. Okay, we just finished microwaving the mixture. I think we ended up putting it in for 4 30-second intervals and then 2 15-second intervals. It was looking a little chunky at the start, but after a little while of just like mixing it and stuff like that, it looks pretty good. So this is the final product, but we gotta let it cool for a little bit because we gotta mix in some butter with our hands, and obviously we don't want to burn our hands. So while this cools for a bit, we're gonna cut the mangoes and then just prep for the rest of it. The mochi is still cooling on the balcony, and I just finished cutting the mango. It was surprisingly really easy, a little bit more difficult to get it out of its skin, but it ended up working out just fine. But I wanted to show you how tiny this pit is. I ended up eating the flesh off of this as well. I don't think I've ever seen a mango pit that was this thin. It was really good. But yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, and then we're gonna mix in, I believe, like 30 grams or so of butter into the mochi and mix it by hand because we don't have a stand mixer. It ended up being quite difficult mixing the butter in with just the spatula, so I used my hands. Got a little sticky, got a little greasy, but it finally mixed in quite well. So now it's time to finally shape them. We're gonna do it on the counter just because I think it'll be easier. But these are our mangoes, and we have some cornstarch to dust the surface, and then we're gonna divide it, roll it out, and then cover the mango with the mochi. We ended up having to use a hydro flask as a makeshift rolling pin because it just kept bouncing back every time we tried to stretch it out. Ended up rolling it out a little too thin as well, so I ended up picking off a little bit of the excess from the back, and this is the final product. I think they look so good. I'm sure they're gonna taste even better because the mango is quite sweet, but we're gonna give it a taste test. Ding. That's really good. Maybe we should try it with some whipped cream.
We know.
It's really good. Okay, we got some whipped cream. We're gonna give it a try.
Thank you.
That's really good. I definitely like it better with the whipped cream, but this is really good. Like next time, we'd probably add a little bit less cornstarch because it does taste quite cornstarchy, but at the same time, we didn't want to stick to the table, the rolling pin, or our hands. Anyways, we're gonna finish this off and then see if we have space to make the other dessert, but yeah. Okay, last but not least, I'm sure everyone's already seen it on TikTok, but we're gonna do the fruit roll-up and ice cream thing. But we literally went to 2 different stores to try and find fruit roll-ups and couldn't find them, so we have fruit by the foot, and I think we're just gonna cut it up and then literally just press it into a square. We'll see how that works. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart. But yeah, after that, then we're gonna take some mango ice cream and then put it in the middle, wrap it all up, and apparently it's supposed to turn really crunchy, so we're gonna give that a try. We made our own little fruit roll-up thing. We actually used water to make it stick, so hopefully it stays together. Anyways, we're gonna try it with ice cream. I think you gotta put it in and then really quickly because...
You go first.
It's melting. Okay, this is what ours looks like. The ice cream is definitely melting, and oh, it's a little bit. Not yet. Okay, we gotta wait. I think the difference with the fruit by the foot and the fruit roll-ups is this one is probably a lot thicker, so that's probably why it's taking a little bit longer to freeze, but I don't know if you can hear it. It's a little solid. It's a little solid. Okay, anyways, let's give it a try.
Okay, go. You go first.
Cheers.
You go first. Oh no.
Cold! Ah, my tooth! Oh, cold.
I don't know about this one.
Oh, cold. Ah. I mean, it tastes good. I see where people were going with this, and I do think there's definitely potential, think we found the right, like the fruit roll-ups instead of fruit by the foot, because I think these ones are a little bit thicker. All in all, I give this one, yeah, a 2 out of 10. It's also really sweet. Like, fruit by the foots are already really sweet, but then you add ice cream on top of it, extra sweet. And it didn't get that crunch that I've seen on TikTok and stuff like that.
4 out of 10 for me.
4 out of 10.
Yeah. If we waited a little bit longer, I think it would have been better.
I think we'll try it again with the proper ingredients, and then I think it'll taste really good. Maybe we should get sugar-free ice cream as well. Then it won't be as sweet too. It is really sweet. Still good though, but yeah. Anyway, with that being said, that is the end of our TikTok trends kind of dinner, meal, whatever you want to call it. Overall, I'd say pretty much a success, except for the milkshakes were a complete fail. That was really bad. And then this, half fail, but that's kind of on us. We'll definitely give it a try again with the proper fruit roll-up. But with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah.